Sorry I'm late. I was listening to Dragon Knight Adventure Friends.
Hi, I'm Austin, and this is Late Starters. Oh, hey, what's up, Kaycie?
Okay, start rapping, Austin.
Well, if you want to come with us on a little adventure, then you can. It will be good or bad, I'm not really sure. But we're all going to find out together. And I want to end this sentence with together. You can start now, you can start late, but you shouldn't not start never.
Can we just get those lyrics printed on a t-shirt?
I'm sure we must at this point.
Yeah.
Oh. So how you guys doing?
You know what?
What?
I feel a little like I need a recap.
Oh, okay, here you go.
Jonks and Calynn here.
Cha.
Ford promised he'd give me $50 if I went ahead and told you guys how epic his battle was.
Cha.
But before I do that, let's talk about the coolest thing that happened.
Cha, man, Dad.
That's right, Chonks. It was the egg thing. Okay, dropping the egg wasn't the coolest.
Cha.
I know.
Cha.
Yeah, okay. Listen, you don't have to get super intense on me. I get it. Dropping the egg wasn't cool. What was cool, what I was trying to say, Chonks, was that the egg went flying and we were all like doing these cool like ninja moves, and then Posey did this thing where Chonks, I know. Listen, you helped too.
Cha, man, Dad.
I know.
Cha.
Okay, Posey did this cool thing where she did this cool surf wave, and then I surfed on it, and then I caught the egg, and then Chonks came over and was critical to operations, making sure the egg was okay.
Cha.
And it was. So then, anyways, we get to this ranger station, and Theo and Nolan are there. You're right, you wouldn't know their names. They're just some idiot kids from the road that like bullied Victor, and then they were jerks, and then we kicked the shit out of them earlier in a Pokemon battle, not like physically. And they were being like jerks because they are. And then we were all gonna get a ride, and the ranger was like, "Oh, only one group of you guys can get a ride." Blah, 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 boring ranger stuff, trees, grass, shrubs.
Cha.
Yeah, that too, Chunks. He was like, you got here at the same time, do a battle. So then, Victor and Ford did, and they went out there, and they kicked major butt. First of all, Theo sends out his Elekid, and then they send out the Rhyhorn again, knowing full well that Ford has a water type. Anyways, so Spoons goes and starts fighting the Elekid because you don't want electricity on water. I don't know if you know this, but water conducts electricity. Then Posey was fighting the Rhyhorn, and Spoons is like teleporting around like pop, pop, pop all over the place. And then he like totally staggered Rhyhorn, which was wild. And then the Elekid's like coming after Posey and does a Thunder Shock, and that was terrible. But that's when Posey really focused on Rhyhorn because like that's the way to do it, and dodged him like a matador, and it was awesome. And then I paid the ranger $40 to take us no matter what. It doesn't matter how much confidence you have in your friends. You kind of got to make backup plans, right?
Cha.
Yeah. Chonks is with me on this one. All right, sorry, back to the battle. So then Theo brings out Magby in the rain. Chonks knows. It's a bad move. It's a bad move to bring out fire Pokemon in the rain. But I love that Magby. So then Elekid came after Posey, and Posey did this big scratch move, and then Magby obscured the battlefield, and then Posey fainted, which isn't cool at all. Chonks!
Cha.
Chonks!
Cha.
That's not nice. Posey is your friend. Okay, maybe not your friend, but your acquaintance.
Charmander.
Chunks! Okay, anyways, Ford brought out Aaron and pummeled them and basically destroyed them, and then we got $5,000, and that's it. Chunks! Chunks!
Lightning crashes down a little ways off and a second later.
Lightning crashes.
4 episodes in a row that have started with lightning crashing. 4.
Oh, I feel it.
I know you said please don't make fun of me, but I didn't agree to it before you led into it, so.
True. This is on me.
Yeah.
This is on you for not waiting for me to promise you.
You know what else you hear?
Crickets.
Nope. They don't.
Cheetahs.
They don't like the sound.
Jaguars.
This is Pokemon universe.
Well, you said guess.
All right.
Mewtwo.
I did this to myself again.
Magikarp.
No, a
Gyarados?
tree.
Oh.
Me too.
A tree creak and fall in the distance.
Sodoro.
Did we hear it?
You're a few episodes late.
Sorry, I'm late. I was listening back a few episodes. I'm so sorry, Austin. This is the 4th time I've derailed you in 2 minutes. Please continue. I'm going to stop.
Throw that
You know
sorry in a Pokeball. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the same number of times that Austin started an episode with lightning crashes.
1 interruption for every lightning crash
There you
episode.
go.
All
That's how
right.
you tell how far the storm is.
Oh,
Lightning crashes and there's an Alex interruption.
and then you wait for the interruption, and like if you count the seconds in between, it's like a kilometer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Except America.
A
So
joke.
it's a mile.
It's
Cool.
2/3 of a mile.
Actually, I think it's wild that the sound travels at a different speed in Canada.
Yeah, it's really interesting how in Canada sound and light are different. They travel at different speeds.
Yeah.
That's why you can always outdraw your shadow blatantly in Canada, but in the US, people are not sure if you can outdraw your shadow
Oh.
You can.
Is that because of the milk?
because it comes in a bag.
Mm-hmm. Everything's topsy-turvy up there.
Does it come in a bag?
A bieg.
Yikes.
You throw
I
the
heard the-
biegs.
I heard the
at
toilets
cornhole.
go the other way.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's below the equator. They just go slower because there's more ice in them.
Oh,
Oh.
that's cool. That
Lightning crashes.
lightning crash.
And a tree
old mother
falls,
cries.
and no one hears it.
Lightning crashes and collects insurance information.
Fall to the general and save some time.
It's Lieutenant Surge, not the
That bastard.
R.I.P. The shadow in the clouds.
It's the Aflac duck.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to know about the shadow?
Yeah, please.
So I want to know about, did Lieutenant Surge die in this
The
universe?
shadow. Okay, I'll tell you about the shadow. The shadow in the clouds that you saw. It circles a few times behind the obfuscation of clouds and. See, I almost said cows. This is what happens. I wanted to say obfuscation. And now look at me. Stumbling. I don't see it. The shadow in
Obfuscation?
Wait,
You said, I'm telling you, said
hold on.
that.
You don't
What do
see
we
the
call
obfuscation?
No, the shadow in the clouds that you saw circles behind the obfuscation of the clouds in the tree canopy, only to give you glimpses of its form.
Is obfuscated. Is obfuscated behind the trees, only to give you glimpses.
It's a double obfuscation.
Let me
You
try
can't
this.
double obfuscate because then I'm pretty sure you're just hidden at that point.
I can't see the forest for the obfuscation.
It's,
I'm still caught up that Austin's in the clouds because the shadow in the clouds.
There's a Chidoin in the clouds.
There's a Chidoin in the clouds, but he's obfuscated, I'm pretty sure.
he sprung up there.
Hey, hang on a
Chidoin.
second for me, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Pip back out.
Bye, Pip.
Austin, I'm so
Vic.
sorry.
Austin feels
I love
bullied.
you so much. I'm
He's laughing,
so
but inside
sorry.
he's crying.
I know we're being so mean right now.
I want to hear about the shadow of the obfuscate.
Austin, I want to hear about the obfuscated Austin in the sky.
I'm going to tell you guys. Just wait.
Someday, when we let you.
We gave him like 10 full seconds of silence to run with it. Is there a word that you've said in the past several minutes that we haven't made fun of you for yet? I
Nope.
just want to cover all of our bases.
Not one.
I thought so.
Covered all of them.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's good. We need this. We
Yeah,
gotta
this
get through
manic
3 of 'em.
energy.
Well, now we have a good cut point and also the TikTok to post.
Okay, I'm back. I'm ready to find out about the shadow.
All right. The shadow in the clouds circles behind them, and it's tough to see it through the dense trees.
No, I think come on, take another run at it. You've got this.
It's hard to see the shadow. The shadow in the clouds that you saw circles in obfuscation behind the clouds in the dense tree canopy. Hidden.
No, this is pretty close.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
The shadow is obfuscated by the clouds in the trees. The shadow is obfuscated by the clouds and the dense tree canopy, only giving glimpses of its form.
That's going to get edited out, but that took 15 minutes to get that one line. Don't edit me telling everybody that out.
Keep that part in.
Yeah, leave that part in. You can
All right.
cut everything else out, but leave that part in.
You can cut the previous 10 minutes out, but leave that in.
But anything you guys want to do as it's starting to soar off into the distance after it circles a few times. Out of your
Whip
sight.
out Pokedex, point it at the thing. Probably in vain, but we'll try.
Yeah.
I want to lift Victor up to get closer to it.
Ah, what? Ah, you're strong, jeez.
Or it's going to be like, I don't know. I think it's obfuscated at this point, but it's worth a shot.
What kind of Pokemon is an obfuscate?
Cha. Victor, as you raise your Pokedex up, it scans the sky, and you look through your Pokedex camera as the shadow, as the mist covers the shadow, and it's out of your sight.
But he's closer. But he's closer to it than the ground, so
You see it
should
for a
help
little bit
immensely.
longer than Calynn and Ford.
Did any of y'all see what that was?
I think it was obfuscated.
Oh, God.
Posey rolls her eyes.
God, I have
I
not
wonder-
coughed in like 5 days, and now I'm coughing a bunch. I'm sorry, guys.
I wonder if the thing, the obfuscated shadow was a foreshadow of things to come.
Can we give Pidgey a Pokedex and tell Pidgey to go take a look?
Pidgey
I
stirs
hand
on
Pidgey
your,
my phone.
She stirs on your back he stirs on your back as he's sitting atop the egg, and he kind of pushes his phone back towards you, or your phone back towards you.
I mean, what's my phone is Pidgey's phone, so it's his phone.
All right. So I guess we'll go now, Ranger John.
He looks down from like looking in the skies. You guys hear splashes as of puddles as Theo and Nolan walk in shame after they're lost towards the ranger station. And he says, yeah, just go ahead and give me a couple minutes to fuel up and we can head out.
Okay.
Are there any snacks here?
Yeah.
Where?
Right inside. The first room is the kitchen.
Calyn's gone.
He's gonna take all your candy.
There ain't no candy in there. It's just trail mix. Chonks is right behind you.
What is trail mix but candy attempting to be healthy?
All
My
right.
grandma used to say that raisins were nature's candy.
Yeah, well, I guess.
I used to know a bunch of people who always used to get together and talk about things that their grandmother would say.
Oh yeah.
They would say stuff like that.
My grandpa used to say that the prunes were nature's laxative.
I guess everybody's right. Let's go find trail mix.
Yeah, you guys head into the house. You see Nolan and Theo in there just pouting, looking at each other. Then they look at you as you come in, Calynn.
Dorks.
We're not dorks. You're a dork.
Yeah? Yeah? What? Sorry, what was that?
I said you're an old dork.
Oh, wow. And that took you more than 2 attempts to get to. So cool. So threatening. I feel so ashamed. Oh, no.
You're lucky we just haven't got
What now?
got
Haven't
to
what
you,
now?
Got to you yet.
We have battled. I won, dumbasses.
Theo, let's go. They go into the living room.
That's right. Go watch your Saturday morning cartoons, kids. Come back to the big time when you're ready. Maybe in another, I don't know, 5-6 years when you've grown up.
You hear faintly in the distance a phone dialing. And then one of them...
Are you calling the ambulance?
Hang on, Mom. No!
I'm calling your mom.
I'm not... Mom, these trainers keep beating us. And you hear it stomps as they head off into another room.
Why does Ranger John have so many prunes? Like there's like 8
Because they're
bags of
nature's
prunes.
laxatives.
But like 8 bags?
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe he's eating like tree bark and prunes and he's trying to keep it regular.
yeah, poor guy.
Tree bark?
Yeah. What else do you eat in the woods?
Not like the same
berries?
stuff you eat anywhere else? Like
No. He lives in the woods. He has to scavenge for his food.
But
And
he
in the
has a-
winter,
he's
it's
a-
tree bark.
car, there's a grocery store like 2 miles from here.
Is there? Did we pass that?
I saw a sign.
The same sign with the decimals from earlier?
It said it was Piggly Wiggly 2 kilometers away.
Sproinky woinky?
I'm looking for coffee.
As you're like looking on the counter and, you know, opening up some cabinets, you hear a glass next to you just onto the ground and prunes go everywhere. You
Why were there prunes in a glass?
They were pickled prunes. You look over and you see Chonks standing up like next to where the glass was on the counter looking at you, and Posey looking down at the glass that just scattered onto the ground.
Calynn does not notice because she is pulling every drawer as hard as she can out and leaving it open. So you're just hearing the like spoons or everything like as like the doors coming open and crashing and like opening all the cabinets and they're all slamming everywhere.
I'm following you, like closing things.
And as you close one cabinet, Victor, oh, there's the coffee beans.
Is there a grinder?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on the counter.
Hell yeah. Make that happen. Does anybody want some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear right beside you as like Spoons is hovering over the bag waiting for you to open it.
I gotcha.
Calynn, eventually you do find some trail mix.
Put it all in my bag.
All of it?
All of
All
it.
right. You
Just like-
have
Like open.
If it's open.
like a pound of trail mix.
Just loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pour it in there.
It's in a scoop. Like you just put the whole scoop in there.
And then I start picking out the M&Ms and eating them.
You see, like as you finish pouring it, you go to and you take your first M&M and pop it in. Chonks just jumps from the counter to the bag and is like, digs her head into it.
Careful, there's raisins and peanuts in there.
You see some raisins come out as she lifts her head up.
Stick to the wall.
Can I sweep up the jar situation as the coffee's brewing?
Yep.
Man, I feel like we leave a trail of destruction every time we go somewhere.
A trail mix of destruction.
Ford, you see as Victor's sweeping up the glass, Posey sniffs at the peaches and like moves away from him like she doesn't like the scent of them.
Did you just change the prunes into peaches?
Sorry, the prune. She sniffs away from the prunes. She sniffs the
Austin,
prunes.
I thought there was peaches all of a sudden.
No,
like,
Austin's fruit Jesus.
Yeah. I turned prunes into peaches.
The Fruit Jesus was that video game that never quite caught on.
Wine into punch.
You're suggesting that Fruit Ninja had a competitor called Fruit Jesus?
He takes the fruit that's separated and heals it.
It's the sequel game.
Fruit heal thyself.
And thine fruit shall be whole, as though it weren't, when it were split by thy ninja blade.
You get more points if like you put an apple back together or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh?
The final boss is the Fruit Ninja who's just been cutting all the fruit.
And you have to put him back together and recover his family so he no longer takes out his rage on the fruit. And it's really just a wholesome game about recovering a fruit ninja to his former glory.
Except his
Fruit
name's
sensei.
except like the underlying thing is his name's Kane and he's your brother.
Oh
So
no.
at the end, you know what you gotta do.
And then when you fail, the screen says you weren't able.
Ah!
That's fucking layers, Alex. Let's give her a round of applause for that one.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Cain and Abel lambskin.
That was before they'd married into the condoms.
I love that joke so much because we didn't record the backstory for that one.
And it's Austin's joke that I just stole.
Nice. Yeah, take them
Is
where you
it?
can get them.
That's untrue. All I've done this episode is bully you for multiple minutes, ruin the story you're trying to tell, and now I've stolen your joke.
You're taking out D&D beef rage on me.
What did you do in D&D?
I don't know. Destroyed characters. Go check it out and see, guys.
Spoilers.
Where were we?
Posey doesn't like prunes, which you changed to peaches, and then potentially back to prunes?
Okay, let's try this. Posey sniffs the spilled prunes as Victor is sweeping up the glass. And she...
The wet broom.
Yeah, it's a mop.
Ew.
Victor knows what he's doing.
It's like a broom on one end and a mop on the other. You just flip it.
It's the Darth Maul lightsaber of cleaning equipment.
Only a Sith deals in bleach. Posey finds some peaches somewhere. She likes them. She digs into them.
Don't eat the pits. Don't eat the pits.
She spits out 3 just like a chunk, and they both stare each other down. Then what?
I mean, what else is here? Calynn didn't stop searching. Calyn's still smashing open all the drawers and cupboards. Just because she found the trail mix doesn't mean she's stopped.
Well, what else? Is there anything in particular you're looking for? You find like
Nope.
some waters,
Taking it.
some protein bars.
Leaving it.
Are they chocolate cherry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking those for Cameron later.
They magically just are gone into another dimension.
I love it.
A
He hands
dodecahedron
them
comes in.
over to Spoons. Spoons teleports them into a different universe.
Chonks eats one before that gets taken away, and she's addicted now, and you just gave up all of them. Now your new quest is to find Chonks a new chocolate cherry protein bar.
This is where we find out that late starters and Dungeons and Dragon Beams are same universe, and we somehow have to bring them together.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
Aliens, man.
So there's a bunch of different universes in the multiverse, but only one Spoons.
Yes.
And so Spoons can move
Spoons is
things
a
back and
Nexus
forth.
being.
Oh.
Hmm.
Austin's like writing that down.
Lightning cracks outside. I mean,
Is it still raining? Jeez.
I feel like it's been like lightninging for like 5 days now.
Hey, what happened to the blanket?
I think it's outside
shit.
on the ground.
Okay, never mind.
Unless you
That's
guys,
a good. Nope, that's a good point. And I run into another room and grab a new blanket.
Oh.
there's one. It's give me a. Let's see. Let's roll some dice.
Calynn starts cracking up to herself so hard that she can't tell Victor the joke she's thinking of for several minutes, and then she goes, "The wet blankets. They're in the living room because they're the wet blankets."
Oh no.
Wet blankets. Team name.
I think Victor will fist bump you for that one.
Hell yeah! Calynn fist bumps back enthusiastically.
Does anybody remember how to roll dice in Roll20?
No one.
No.
Oh, this is not
You
good.
just go to the far right and then you click the top one.
No, it's what I type in. Oh, wait. I
Oh,
clicked the top.
/R/D, whatever dice base you want.
Okay. All right. Or am I rolling something in particular, Austin?
More
Perception.
dice. Just pick one.
Perception or intuition. All right, yeah. You find this. Yeah, we'll get. There's some in there.
There's
Yeah.
2 out of 3 crits.
Yeah. You find this beautiful quilt laying in the guest room bed. It looks like this room hasn't been used for ever. Calynn,
Was it made by Grandma?
was it? There is a little tag at the bottom that's stitched in, and it says "From Grandma," from Ranger Grandma.
Grandma's
Ranger-
Quilt Emporium.
No, it's from Ranger Grandma. Come on. I can't wait until we find the old, wonderfully sweet woman in the woods who's Ranger Grandma, and she insists that we call her Ranger Grandma.
I'm gonna shoot my
Austin-
grandma a text. Oh no, he's writing it down.
You said you are sending her a text?
I shoot my grandma a text. It's like, hey, I love you.
She sends you back a selfie that's like from like underneath her face, like she's looking at their phone with their glasses down. And she says, "Oops," and then she says, "Love you too."
Oh my god.
So precious.
Okay, is there another blanket?
Oh, nope.
Blankets do you need? You making a fort?
I don't want to steal Grandma's blanket.
Is it your grandma's blanket?
No.
How do you know?
I guess I
Sounds
don't
like it's
think she
yours
was a-
by rights.
I don't think she was a ranger.
Did you ask her specifically?
I did not.
I feel like you just haven't taken an interest in your ranger grandma, and now you're going to find out more about her.
You see the quilt start to come off the bed as Posey has one corner of it pulled in.
No, we're not stealing grandma's
Da
blanket.
da da.
Nope, we'll find another one.
What if it's Posey's grandma?
Da, da,
Posey was
da.
your grandma a ranger?
Da da da. Cha. Da da da. Cha manda. Da da da.
I don't even know what that argument was about.
Follow along.
I'm betting Posey's grandma, she was an army ranger. That's what I think.
Da da da.
Not like a park ranger.
Da da da.
We're not. No, put the quilt back. We're not taking the quilt. And then I leave the room.
Posey looks to you, Calynn, then looks back to Ford. Da da da. And stomps off. Cha.
Can I poke in my head in to see what Theo and Nolan are doing?
You see, yeah, you poke your head in. So first, before, as you're like setting up this coffee grinder, Spoons the whole time is just floating back and forth watching you. And if like you get maybe any sprinkles up onto the counter, he reaches down and like tries to scoop it up with the spoon.
I'm concerned about you.
He looks at you and just kind of floats in your face for a second and says, ah. Just goes back to looking at the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, find you a pamphlet.
as it brews, you kind of peek in and give me a stealth check if you're not don't want them to see you.
I absolutely don't want them to see me. Doopy doopy doop. Yeah. I can't see it. There we go.
It's not good.
Yeah, we see you do whatever it is you do.
You double crit
Theo and Nolan.
so hard.
So you lean in, Victor, and you're like peeking around this doorway, and you see him in like one room over, and Theo is talking on his phone, and he's like, "No, Mom, I need more Pokemon. I need stronger Pokemon. No, send me more money, more supplies. No." And as you're like listening to all this, you suddenly hear as Spoons is teleporting all around, and you see him first teleport right beside your head, and like you guys meet eyes, and then he teleports over and he's standing right in front of Theo. He grabs his phone from him and then back in front of you, and Theo looks, turns, and sees you staring at him, and Spoons floating there with his phone. Hey, give me my phone back.
Oh, sorry. I don't have no idea what happened. He like listens on the phone. He's like, I'm really sorry. Mom, human.
Yeah, as you grab the phone, like Spoons just pops away, and you say that, and he like stomps over to you and kind of snatches it from you.
Sorry.
You know what? We'll see you guys again soon. All three of them. Right, Nolan? Yeah. Come on, Theo. He turns and stomps back towards the other room, and they close the door.
Looking forward to it. Not.
Spoons eventually pops back into the kitchen, and he has like this bonnet on his head.
A what?
A bonnet.
Where did you get that? I'm gonna take a picture of him and send it to Grandma.
She sends back the emoji with all the hard eyes, and she says, "I'm gonna get him that in every color."
God. Oh.
Yeah, and you guys can rejoin back into the kitchen. Does Calynn take the quilt?
No.
Anything else you guys are looking for in here? Calynn, this kitchen is full of kitchen stuff.
Sweet.
There's some. Give me a you as you're looking around. You can give me a perception check.
Okay. I probably know how to do that. No promises.
Calynn, as you look around, you open up. We'll say he has this refrigerator. This guy has a refrigerator, and you open it and kind of look around. You see some Moo Tank milk, some this little jar of cheap Magikarp caviar, and in the back you see a bottle it's opaque in color, but it has a piece of scotch tape going across it that says Grandma's Secret Potion.
Taking it.
All right, you got it.
It's in my bag.
Add it to your inventory.
Great.
And as you finish closing your bag after that, the door opens and Ranger John comes in and he says, "All right, if y'all ready."
Okay, let's go.
Victor, there's enough time for you to fill up like these styrofoam cups with some coffee.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Who has the gun?
Not in my inventory.
Well, I guess if it's not in your inventory.
I don't have the gun.
You just left a gun somewhere?
No, I'm sure that we've taken it. I don't think it would have been left with Calynn is what I'm saying. I don't think you guys should have. Listen.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't think you guys should have left a gun with Calynn if you did. I think one of you guys has it.
Okay. What kind of gun was it? Little gun or big gun?
44 Magnum.
Okay, so it's a
A
little gun.
revolver.
Okay, so I have it tucked in my belt, like
Fuck
hidden
yeah.
under my
What?
flannel shirt.
How
Okay.
did we manifest a gun in this
I have a
universe?
There's no question. Listen, we do what I want. Is
We
there
do what I
a hat?
Is there a cat?
Is there a hat
Oh.
that says like Ranger on it?
Not in the kitchen.
Okay, around though, on the way out. Do we see a hat?
Roll me another perception check. As you
I will
glance
roll
around.
you another perception. Can I have advantage?
That doesn't. I don't think that. Yes.
There's
but
no reason why.
Yeah.
Just asking.
What are you looking for, Calynn? Can I help you find something?
A hat.
You can add
Okay.
Victor's. You can add Victor's rank to your score.
Hell yeah. Victor, what's your rank?
What? Oh, for perception?
Yeah.
She's a park ranger.
Oh.
Yeah.
So a 10. I'll say as you guys are all gathering and going towards the door to walk out, Ranger John turns and starts to make his way towards this like all-terrain vehicle. It's like a golf cart for off-roading, pretty much. And as he turns around and Victor exits and Ford exits, there you see hanging on the wall a hat that says Ranger going around it. It's Ranger John's spare hat.
I'm taking it.
Okay, you grab it off the wall.
I clip it onto my bag on like when you take the back of it and you undo it and you clip it around the little loop on the top of your bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right.
You just take that?
Free hat.
Victor, yeah, you see that as she's walking out. She's snapping it onto her bag.
So not the quilt, but definitely the hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Free hat.
Okay.
Cal-
I won't tell.
She's not hiding it.
Calynn, as you all take a few steps, Posey lets Ford walk ahead of her a little bit, and she like slinks back to you, and she like taps your calf.
Yep.
As you like look down at her, she just holds her little arm up to you in a little fist.
Yeah, fist bumps back.
Roll me a perception check again as Posey walks back towards Ford.
Does she have my fucking hat?
An 8. It's easy enough. You look to your other leg and you see Chonks glaring at Posey.
Drama.
Chonks. I'm gonna pick up when I see her glaring. I'm gonna pick up Chonks and like carry her and cuddle her and be like, we can fist bump. I'll offer a little fist bump.
She like leans in close to you and like fist bumps your hand, and like as you guys walk in, Ranger John sits in the driver's seat and offers you all the seats. Where does everybody go to sit? Calynn last.
Are there seatbelts?
Yes.
Okay. I guess. Ford, do you want shotgun? Calynn, do you want shotgun? I don't know where to
Yeah, I'll sit up front.
Okay. Sit in the back.
So yeah, this is like a ATV golf cart. You sit up front with Ranger John Ford, and then Victor, you sit in behind Ranger John in like the very back. Calynn, as you walk up and are getting closer to the cart, Chonks crawls up your back, or crawls up your shoulder to your back where Pidgey is on the egg, and you all hear another crack of lightning. This one hits surprisingly close to you, Calynn. Like, it makes the loose strands of your blue hair, Ford and Victor, you guys see it start to stand up on her head. Crack!
Calynn immediately arms up to the sky, like, ha ha!
As soon as you do that, you hear crack! Another lightning hits off in the distance, and as you laugh and finish, you hear crack. A smaller crack behind you. And you hear Pidgey go, Pidge! Chonks hops off your back just as quickly as she scurried up there and pulls on your bootstring. What do you do?
I immediately stop and take off my backpack and gently, ever so gently, so as not to disturb Pidgey or the egg, swing it around to the front of me and then sit down on the ground with it in my lap.
As the rain is coming down on you, Victor and Ford, you guys see Calynn sit down, and Pidgey look up at you, Calynn. And he flutters to the side and off the egg, and you see in this egg a crack going down the side of it. Another crack of lightning in the distance. And the crack on your egg expands. It goes off to the side, forming smaller little cracks. And these cracks, as they coalesce, chips start to come off of the egg. Wait a second. You notice that these chips aren't just falling off of the egg. They're being pushed. Let's see. As pieces continue to fall away, you see a figure inside the egg. Small, yellow, furred Pokemon looks up at you with these tiny eyes as the rest of the egg is pushed to the side. These eyes are seeing the outside world for the first time. Its big, diamond-shaped ears unfurl and then quickly flop back as they look like they hint at a Pidgeot's feathers flowing back over its head. And then it waddles up to its back legs and uses its little arms to lean on its shell to hold itself up, hold its balance. And then crack! One of the shells breaks and it tumbles over end over end. And you see its little black tail just fold out as it pushes itself back up, looks at you, and it says, beep. catch more of me at CZDrop on Twitter or twitch.tv/CZDrop. You know, I stream D&DB every other Sunday at 11 American Eastern Time or 10 Canadian Central Time in the morning. That's where you can find me at. Tim.
Hey, I'm Tim. You can find me at Remo Beware on Twitter or, in a much better place, horsegirls.club. Because I do a podcast called Horse Girls. You may have heard of it. It's pretty good. What about you, Kaycie?
Hi, I'm Kaycie. I'm some places on the internet. You should check out my link tree, which is linktr.ee/KCD Studios for finding me places. But most importantly, I write and draw a webcomic called B-Side You, and you can read that for free at bsideyoucomic.com. And if you read it and you like it, you can go to my Patreon, patreon.com/KCD Studios, and help me support making the comic. And otherwise, check out Animorphs Anonymous, which I do with Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. I wanted to bring the energy that Tim brought here, so here we are. You can find me on Twitter at AlexandBirds and TikTok at AlexandBirds. Now, I have no videos. Congrats, you can still find me. Literally, just find me on all the things I do with these fine people. I'm on Dungeons and Draken Beams, Horse Girls with Tim and Jenna, and with Kaycie at Animorphs Anonymous, and then a few other side projects, some of them that are on hiatus right now, like Soup Salad Sandwich and Cat Mystic Crisis, a Superboy podcast. And those are most of the places you can find me. The others, you win a prize if you find me there.
I brought a ton of energy. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was the way you started. You turned to the camera, you're like, "Hi, my name is Tim."
Very Mr. Rogers.
You could start late, but at least you're starting. Okay, bye.